In the case of economic sanctions, that seems to be the focus of what we're discussing, is to cut the cash flow of the dictatorship. Cut the cash flow. The dictatorship doesn't care about GDP. And this is true for Venezuela and many other dictatorships. They care about cash flow. That cash flow goes to the repressive machinery and lubricates the capacity of the regime to bring more people to imprisonment and to keep the society kneel down to the dictatorship.
The issue, of course, that it's going to starve the regime of money is an old one. We've heard it many times. But let's be honest. An autocratic regime is never going to reach a point where it says, you know what? We can't afford the prisons anymore. We can't afford the bullets anymore. You know, we're just going to give up and pack up and leave. That doesn't happen. They will always find money to survive. And in the case of Venezuela, as Leo knows, unfortunately, they engage in criminal activities, gold mining, narcotics trafficking, human trafficking, money laundering. They will find money to keep themselves in power. Sanctions don't work to cut off that source of revenue. Again, that's not to say they aren't important and they can't be used, but let's not use that as an argument because autocratic regimes will always manage to survive.
Well, the regime has been involved in those activities way before sanctions.
Exactly.
So the relationship between Maduro and the narcotics...
I'm not arguing causality. I'm not arguing causality. I'm just saying they'll have...
So it's not that sanctions are putting the regimes to the path of criminal activities. They have been involved in criminal activities way before. And the argument here being cut the cash flow. Yes, there will be alternatives, as Artie said, but those alternatives are expensive. In the case of Venezuela, if oil is sold through the license given to Chevron and other oil companies, they will sell that oil at market price. If they have to go to the black market and sell it to other markets, they will have to sell it with a 30 to 40% discount. So again, there will be a restriction to the cash flow. And I truly believe that cutting the cash flow of the regime will weaken the cohesiveness of the elite that is ruling, will weaken the capacity to repress, and will create the conditions to do many other things. As I said at the beginning, sanctions are not a silver bullet.